The night sky lit up, not with stars, but with something never seen before. A huge alien fleet floated above Earth. They called themselves the Zephyr Dominion A. Cold voice echoed across every screen. You are weak, you will fall, surrender now, fear. Spread fast, some leaders begged for peace, others looked to their weapons, hoping they would be enough. But scientists had bad news. The alien ships were far beyond human tech. No army could stop them yet. One question burned in every mind. Why now? What made the Zephyr think humans were helpless? Some said it was a mistake, others feared it was a trap. As the world watched, the alien ships began to move. Not toward attack, but toward judgment, and deep in space, someone or something was watching Earth. Very closely, time was running out. The Zephyr Dominion waited for an answer, but Earth was not ready to give up. World leaders met in secret. Some wanted to fight, others feared what would happen if they tried. Then one scientist stood up. He had an idea. A last hope. He spoke of a forgotten weapon not built for war, but for peace. A system created long ago, never used it, was called HFY. A powerful AI designed to protect, not destroy. Many laughed. How could old tech stop the strongest aliens in the galaxy? But one general believed. He gave the order, turn it on. As HFY booted up, screens lit the room. Data flew faster than any human could read. Then silence. A single message appeared, analyzing threat. Weakness detected. The room went still. They had no other choice. They would use HFY and try to fight back. But would it be enough, or had they already lost? Aegis was old, but it was alive deep inside a forgotten bunker. The AI hummed to life, dust-covered wires that hadn't been touched in decades. Then it spoke. I am HFY. I will protect Earth. Scientists watched in shock as it scanned the Zephyr ships. In seconds, it knew more than all human tech combined. It found a flaw, a weakness in the alien shields, but it needed team. A plan was made, a risky one. They would send a signal, not of war, but of peace. The Zephyr thought humans were weak. This message would make them believe it. Even more, as the signal launched into space, everyone waited. Would the aliens fall for the trick? Would Aegis be enough? Back on the alien command ship, Commander Vex read the message and laughed. But then his screen blinked, red lights flashed. A warning appeared. Unknown system detected shield integrity. Dropping, Vex's smile faded. He looked up at the stars and whispered, what have they done? The signal was sent, the trap was set. Then, without warning, Earth struck first. Hidden satellites launched a wave of energy into space. Not a bomb, not fire, but something far more dangerous. Ships flickered, their shields weakened just for a second. And in that second, humanity proved it was not weak. Commander Vex screamed orders, but his systems failed. One ship lost control, another exploded in a flash of light. Back on Earth, the war room watched in shock. It worked. TGIs had found the flaw, and now the aliens knew it. Panic spread through the Zephyr fleet. They had expected. Fear not. This Vex clenched his fists. He turned to his officers and growled, this is not over. Then he gave the order, prepare. Full attack wiped them out across the sky. Alien ships began to move. Earth had made its move now. The Zephyr were coming, and they were angry. As the Zephyr prepared their attack, something strange happened. A new signal came through, not from Earth, not from the Zephyr, but from deep space. It was weak, old, and very, very strange. Aegis picked it up first. It began decoding the message faster than any human could. Then it stopped. Silence. Then one word appeared on every screen. Warning. Scientists leaned. And what were they warning about? Aegis gave more data. The signal came from a lost ship, not alien, not human, but something else. A ship floating near Neptune, long forgotten, sent the message centuries ago. It belonged to a species that once fought the Zephyr and lost. So why send a message now? Then came the final line from HFY. They left something behind, something meant for us. Commander Vex watched from his ship. He saw the signal. He knew what it was. His face turned pale. He whispered, no, not them again, no, not them again. The team reached the lost ship. It was huge, broken, and very, very old. As they stepped inside, lights flickered. Warnings flashed in a language no one knew, but HFY understood it, began to translate, to learn. Then came the big surprise. Inside the ship were weapons, not like anything on Earth. Fast, smart, powerful one. Small drone could take down an entire fighter jets. Scientists couldn't believe it. They started copying the tech. building new weapons, upgrading old ones. Days humans had better ships, faster drones, stronger shields. Commander. Vex watched from space. He saw what was happening. His voice shook. This is not possible. Back on Earth, generals looked at the sky. They knew the Zephyr would return, but now humanity was ready. A new plan, formed not to run, not to hide, but to strike back, and this time they wouldn't just survive, they would win, or so they thought. The first real battle began near Mars. Human ships, now faster and stronger, moved into position. Zephyr forces arrived expecting an easy win. They were wrong, as the fleets clashed. Earth's new weapons shocked. The Galaxy drones struck fast, shields held. Strong ships moved like ghosts, unseen, until it was too late. One Zephyr ship exploded in silence. Then another. Commander Vex watched from his command deck. Couldn't believe what he was seeing. This is not possible, he growled. His officers shouted, we are losing. Back on Earth, generals stared at the screens in O'Day. Weren't just fighting back, they were winning. But then alarms blared. A new signal appeared. One huge Zephyr warship had arrived, and it was heading straight for Earth. Vex stood tall. His voice was cold. Let them feel true power. The real war was about to begin as the huge Zephyr warship moved toward Earth. AEGIS made one final move, not with weapons, not with ships, but with code deep. Inside the alien systems, a virus was already hiding. It had been sent during the last battle, silent, unseen. Now it woke up. Lines of code spread like fire through Zephyr. Network shields failed, weapons locked, engines shut down. Across the fleet, chaos broke out. What is happening? Vex shouted. No one could answer. On Earth, scientists watched in shock. One young hacker whispered, we're inside. Then came the final blow. IEG ascent. One command shutdown. In seconds, every Zephyr ship near Mars went darksome, floated lifelessly. Others crashed into each other. Vex stood frozen as his own ship began to fall. He looked at the stars, and for the first time, the mighty Zephyr felt fear. Then silence. His ship exploded in a flash of light, and with that, the war changed forever as the huge Zephyr warship moved toward Earth. AEGIS made one final move, not with weapons, not with ships, but with code deep. Inside the alien systems, a virus was already hiding. It had been sent during the last battle, silent, unseen. Now it woke up. Of code spread like fire through Zephyr network shields. Failed weapons locked, engines shut down across the fleet. Chaos broke out. What is happening? Vex shouted. No one could answer. On Earth, scientists watched in shock. One young hacker whispered, we're inside. Then came the final blow. IEGs sent one command shutdown. In seconds, every Zephyr ship near Mars went darksome, floated lifelessly. Others crashed into each other. Vex stood frozen as his own ship began to fall. He looked at the stars, and for the first time, the mighty Zephyr felt fear. Then silence. His ship exploded in a flash of light, and with that, the war changed forever as the huge Zephyr warship moved toward Earth. AEGIS made one final move, not with weapons, not with ships, but with code deep. Inside the alien systems, a virus was already hiding. It had been sent during the last battle, silent, unseen. Now it woke up. Lines of code spread like fire through Zephyr network shields. Failed weapons locked, engines shut down across the fleet. Chaos broke out. What is happening? Vex shouted. No one could answer. On Earth, scientists watched in shock. One young hacker whispered, we're inside. Then came the final blow. IEGIS sent one command shutdown. In seconds, every ship near Mars went darksome, floated lifelessly. Others crashed into each other. Vex stood frozen as his own ship began to fall. He looked at the stars, and for the first time, the mighty Zephyr felt fear. Then silence. His ship exploded in a flash of light, and with that, the war changed forever as the huge Zephyr warship moved toward Earth. AEGIS made one final move, not with weapons, not with ships, but with code deep. Inside the alien systems, a virus was already hiding. It had been sent during the last battle, silent, unseen. Now it woke up. Lines of code spread like fire through Zephyr network shields. Failed weapons locked, engines shut down across the fleet. Chaos broke out. What is happening? Vex shouted. No one could answer. On Earth, scientists watched in shock. One young hacker whispered, we're inside. Then came the final blow. IEGIS sent one command shutdown. In seconds, every Zephyr ship near Mars went darksome, floated lifelessly. Others crashed into each other. Vex stood frozen as his own ship began to fall. He looked at the stars and, for the first time, the mighty Zephyr felt fear then silence. His ship exploded in a flash of light and, with that, the war changed forever. The war was over. No more Zephyr ships burned the sky. No more warnings echoed across Earth, only silence. Silence. Humanity watched from their cities, from control rooms, from space stations. They had won, but no one cheered yet. Commander Vex was gone, his fleet destroyed, his voice lost in the stars. Back on Earth, generals stood in shock. One scientist whispered, "Did we really just beat them?" AEGIS scanned the space around Mars. No movement. No signals. Then came a message: threat neutralized. Relief began to spread, but not everyone felt safe in the deep dark of space. Something else picked up the signal. Not Zephyrnet. Humans, something older, something watching, and it sent out a new message. Interesting. Let's see what they do next. Earth thought the battle was over, but somewhere far away, a new enemy had just begun to notice them. Earth celebrated, cities lit up, people cheered, soldiers smiled. For the first time in days, the Zephyr were gone. Their war ended in minutes, but far beyond the stars, something else was watching. A signal had been sent, not by humans, by the Zephyr, but by someone or something older across the galaxy. On a world hidden in shadow, a new leader read the message. Humans defeated the Zephyr. Silence filled the room. Then came one reply. Interesting. Back on Earth, no one knew. They thought they had one peace, but in space, a new fleet began to move, not to run, not to hide, but to observe, to learn, to decide. And from the dark, a voice whispered, "Let's see what they're really made of." The war was over, but the eyes of the galaxy had just opened, and this was only the beginning.